Hello, welcome to Pure Soul Alchemy. I'm Gabriela Espinosa, and I'll be taking us through a psychic surgery treatment for the next 20 minutes. It's most beneficial if you can turn down the volume, lay down or recline, and close your eyes while receiving this treatment. Pure Soul Alchemy is a transmission of advanced bioenergy operations. Through my perception and vocalization of what I'm perceiving on the inner energetic grid, we are transformed and opened in ways which allow these technologies to come through into your physical reality and enact change on your behalf. Allow your mind to relax into the words and phrases that you're going to be hearing and try not to focus too much on meaning or interpretation. Simply let go into the healing transmission of what is being said. And if you fall asleep, as I always say, that's great. And if you it's great even if you don't fall asleep. So it's quite helpful to replay this session often at a quiet volume, and that this will deepen the healing effects of your treatment. And a great way to keep working with all of my YouTube video sessions is to muscle test and pick the most appropriate, most beneficial session for yourself at that time. On my website, you can download the MP3 versions for easier replay later. And as always, if you find the session helpful, please consider making a donation. The link is in the description below. And please share, a thumbs up, and subscribe and click the bell for notifications about future sessions. So, how many times a day do you find your thoughts looping in a hamster wheel of imaginary arguments, illusory dialogues, unreal conversations? These thought cycles comprise a problem, which is either made up or real, and thought realm actors who often wear the faces of the people involved in charged situations in real life. So, in our session today, we will activate energy operations to assist you to easily extricate yourself out of those false mental conversations and put yourself back into your immediate sense of now. We will fortify your relationship with self so that you are rooted in truth and less susceptible to these hypothetical mental constructs, which attempt to lock you into an ouroboros type mental ongoing prison. So now go ahead and lay down, recline, closing your eyes, breathing deeply. And we will now begin. Connecting with our physical and non-physical intelligence to align completely with our own core essence. Aligning with the fundamental and essential aspects of ourselves. Aligning with the earth, the sun, the moon, with our own inherent creator self, and aligning with our right placement in existence. The purest healing source within us is our own deepest aspect. We agree to serve as our own healing agent and to serve from and as our own ultimate inner counsel, the all that I am. We now invoke, welcome, receive our beloved Mother, Father, God to exact their loving, divine, blessed grace directly into our healing proceedings today. All right, outward flow, life, energetic, reclaiming, origination point standards, optimization and clarification, true course, reliability, instinctual repertoire, recovery, inner space dynamic, resourcefulness, and therefore resourcing of your true status, awareness, tranquility response with this, from this, higher plane truth, individuality, application, instrumental choice, recovery, recognition, and then transmission and activation. Inner plane reliability, adjustment, in tune with your sequencing that is your true course settings here and now. Inner plane favorable advancements. Junction points, reprieve, repair, an energetic plane reconstellation here. All right, we're hitting a point where there is embedded and interwoven judgments that are suspended or have been suspended, kind of transfixed. Great. So issuing a new dedication to higher point awareness deconstruction for the purposes of reclaiming fluid and dynamic architectural flow. And an intermediary recapacitation is happening. Great. So I'm going to go to downloaded healing points. Happily enjoying your day with ease. Once again, clearing energy of transfixion. And that comes from that word being transfixed, kind of like you're kind of captivated by something and then you hit a fixed point or a fixed static stance. So that's where we're clearing. And optimizing the space for more utilitarianism, more healthy utilitarianism within. Okay, let's go ahead and do a clearing on this phrase, left in the thick of a problem. That's in quotes, meaning it's a constellated, compacted package of not necessarily good stuff. So left in the thick of a problem, now releasing. Heavy duty discharge here. Complementary residues of outside influences harboring a sense of ownership, now dissolving this. That one was a mouthful. Complementary residues of outside influences harboring a sense of ownership. Now, it's a false sense of ownership. They don't own you. They are not the boss of you. It is illusory. And let's go ahead and also do a clearing on this, how do you say, inner program of constellated over compliance. So that you could call that like the equal and opposite part, like where this external pattern program comes in, and then the internal pattern that you're holding or that's holding you connects in with that. So that's where we're clearing these interlocking components. Outer field resistance, now releasing. Confidence recovery and repair here. Counteractive worldview balances. Resetting for a new optimal congruency, which leaves you opened to a formative state of recreating your take on reality. Great, so we're clearing counteractive worldview balances and resetting this for a new optimal congruency within, which leaves you open to a new formative state of recreating your take on reality. So serious life advancements taking form. Great. So I'm just going to take a little break from the downloaded healing points, and I want to speak to and implement an operation for dissolving the programming which has us believing in the words, phrases, emotionally charged scenarios that come into our mind and that do their darndest to stay there and to keep us engaged with them. It's kind of like a TV series where they keep bringing in more and more drama and more because they don't want you to leave because they've got sponsors and they got to pay their bills. And it's very similar. Um, and typically these thought form constructs will utilize your emotions or your sense of feeling threatened and unsafe. Your life's in danger. You got to keep watching this soap opera because all right, it's just an attention grab that is really a power grab, your power being grabbed. So clearing here. Great. Serious life advancements taking form. Your life advancements coming into form. Individuated space reclaim. Exclamation point. Interesting. Ancestral beliefs, recognition, and close quartering. We are now separating from these, allowing for the dissolution of negative mental and life cages for our ancestral lines. So the dissolution of these. Enormous growing ease with changes in thriving earth, new reality that is in formation at these times. Enormous growing ease with the changes that are happening in the thriving earth, new reality that is currently in formation. Big changes happening and continuing to happen for the foreseeable future on the energetic grid of Earth and all of us as inhabitants and I'll say, I don't want to say we are part of the Earth, but that's what this energy feels like. So I'm going to go with that. So it directly affects us, these huge changes that Earth is doing and having. Allowing for negative space, reconstellation, and therefore heart reconstellation. Let's go ahead and address an energy of emptiness, a sense of emptiness. And I think I have addressed this it's come up before in several sessions. Um, but it's coming up again now. So let's go ahead and initiate a healing operation for a sense of emptiness that is falsely and negatively correlated with a sense of doom. Not true. It's just empty. To be filled, to be decided by your future self, by future Earth self. Emptiness is okay. But then sometimes energies and programs and patterns and whatnots come in and try to put a label on it or a context or emotionally energetic um, label to it. Clearing here. Great. And we're going to recontextualize. We're going to your whole system, your psyche, to recontextualize that to spaciousness. There's a more positive slant on that word. Same thing, but positive. It's full of high potentiality, which is what is coming online, even more to come. Back to the downloaded healing points. Some important alchemy questions. So receive this from your system for the purposes of your system implementing the appropriate alchemy operations in response. So what level of engagement do you give these false mental constructs? Asking your system, your brain can relax. What is the hook for you? Where do you get hooked? Where do you get taken, invested? Where do you get lured into giving your precious mental space, time, attention to these false premise con mental loop constructs? Where do you find yourself pulled back again and again to the same thought cycling traps? Once again, allowing your system to bring alchemical operations, applications to the energetic responses that your system is providing. So allowing the energy of you to answer these and begin remediation. Initiating a clear, direct, calm association to flow into these mental dialogue hamster wheel programs. So, so this is an alchemy application. This calm, direct, calm, clear association. It goes in, occupies the same space, and then it starts a cleanup job. What's a good analogy here? Okay, cleaning the toilet. You can, oh, the septic tank. There's these things you can just drop into the toilet, flush it, and it goes and it cleans your septic tank. Same thing. Initiating a clear, direct, calm association into these mental dialogue hamster wheel programs. So we're doing a clearing. I can feel clearing going on the back of the head. And this is just my interpretation, but where we get infiltrated, where, let's see, so these energy hamster wheel mental thoughts, they do their thing, and then they kind of weaken our guard, our perimeter, and then we are more easily infiltrated or manipulatable. So we're clearing the back of the head for, it's not quite suturing, but it's kind of along those lines, reinstating a safety zone. And of course, energetic purging, allowing your mind to sit back and rest in these potent alchemy applications. Recovery of your full mental space back to into its true natural form. Allowing yourself to feel from your heart lead system now in full force. The mind is always trying to lead, and we're opening the space so that the heart can lead. Things go much easier and nicer when the heart is leading. activating an energy operation to assist you to easily extricate yourself out of any false mental images, constructs, conversations. So we're essentially cutting off their power source, their power grab from you, and putting yourself back into your immediate sense of now. Clear and decisive pattern busting, false dialogue, illusory dialogue breaking. You recognizing in the moment that these are not real and they never will solve anything. They're typically, they're kind of like those dust devils. I know there's a better word for them where it's a lot of hot air, um, debris, dirt. It's not going to go anywhere. And it's not going to create anything. It's not going to solve any problems. Typically, they're comprised of idea, thoughts and problems, perceived problems, and then like the air component is the fear, which fuels them. So dissipating these easily and preemptively. All these things do is siphon off your precious energy and life force and take you off course momentarily, but you can always come back. Waking up to the truth that you are the one who stops this dead in their tracks and reclaims your mental space. And we do it again and again, as often as it takes. So we're going to do a dissolution of charge, of negative charge, and perhaps a negative self-judgment when this happens. I mean, the world is um, it's kind of oh, a component in this world that the mental body can get hijacked. And really, it's not about fixing the world or saving the world. It's about relaxing a little more into it, knowing what it is, and recovering yourself over and over and over. Then it gets easier. Cultivating supreme compassion for yourself as you take on and take out these imposter mind constructs. That is the biggest medicine, the best medicine is the compassion for yourself. These mental programs are also comprised of hidden and seemingly invisible additions. One is a sense of urgency or survival, like your survival is at stake. Shame is typically a component, and more. They're experienced by us as if they are our own sensory experiences, and they are not. They're not our sensory experiences. They are a component of these dust devil type of constructs. They are part of the program that seeks to mentally hijack and parasitize our energy, heart, and attention. And the remedy is very simple, is seeing it and redirecting. Now, sometimes we can get so captured in that we need to call a friend and say, hey, can you just give me the reality here? Oh, yeah. And tell me how awesome I am. Those usually are two really good remedies. Help support, how was that a lifeline where you call your friend and they give you a couple of answers? We need each other. Great. So seeing that this is a program, obviously, and understanding that this is 95% of the work to liberate yourself. It really is. Once you see it, you're like, oh, why am I even giving that any of my time? So you're then able to recognize it when it's happening and then drop it and back away from it. Pull out all of your attention from it and redirect to your heart-led, inspired engagement with reality and your loved ones. Right. So we're now closing down our session in love, light, gratitude, and blessings. Thank you so much for tuning into Pure Soul Alchemy. If you would like to make a donation, there is a link in the description below. Please do visit the library page on my website for more in-depth bioenergy treatment sessions. I highly recommend you listen to this at least one more time, and this will deepen the effects of your session, your treatment, and take your healing further. And if you would like your own individual one-on-one session with me, please visit puresoulalchemy.com and click the appointments page. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.